Hey everybody, it's Gail, and it is like very cold here this week. Not a big fan, but it seemed like the absolute perfect time to show you this halter top I made. I mean, when better, but the depths of winter. So this halter top is from a pattern from the 1970s. I don't have a yarn company name. I suspect it was one of those pamphlets that was like, at a craft store or just, in a general magazine that said knitting worsted for what you needed to make it. And that is exactly what I used. This is Malabrigo worsted in an absolutely beautiful pink that sadly is not on their website. I got my stock at Fiber Rhythm, which is a fantastic local yarn store here in Portland. I will link them in the basement, along with a link, of course, to the pattern. And I don't know if they have more of this pink in stock or not, but they do ship, so who knows. So this is made in 3 pieces. So we make this waistband here with all the post stitching, and then we make the 2 front pieces. And the front pieces are worked from the waist up, doing decreases as you go, and then you just make the ties as long as you want. It is worked in half double crochet for the chest, and then the waistband is a really fun combination of half double crochet and front post stitches. So the way that it's done for the pattern is that you work half double crochet rows, and then you work the rows with the front post stitches, and then another row of half double crochet, and then another row with the post stitches. So you get a smoother back than you would usually see on a project with post stitches. I'm actually working on a blanket sort of based off this idea, although it's already showing signs of my maybe holding my yarn too tight while working on it, shock and awe. So you might notice if you look at the pattern, the post stitches make up X's on the waistband, and mine don't. They're kind of more of a honeycomb. And the reason for that is because the last thing you do after you finish it all and weave in your ends is you're supposed to take a length of yarn and smock the waistband to make it more elasticized. And when you do that, that's when you get the X shape. It pulls it together. I haven't done that yet because I am not entirely certain I'll need to. So this pattern is from the 1970s, the heyday of the halter top, and their idea of a large waist is 30 inches, which is hilarious. I'm 33 inches, so I had to do some math to make it large enough to fit around my waist. But this is also an aspiration top that is made to the 34-inch chest that is on its way soon. And so I went ahead and tried it on to make sure the waist fit, and it did. But also, please enjoy these hilarious photos of me wearing this halter top and breasting boobily. So everything you see falling out of that top is going away soon. That is the plan. I'm very excited about it. Maybe have less tension in my shoulders afterwards. And, not horrific back problems. I don't have horrific back problems yet, but hence the reason. More information than you needed, probably. Anyway, I really like this. I worked it up a little too quickly, actually. I worked it up in almost an evening. It took about a skein and a quarter for the 34-inch size, so the yarn amount they give you is in ounces, so you're going to have to do a little math. Heads up on that. And then the final thing here is in the pattern it calls out for 3 plastic rings that you then cover in yarn to make buttons, which is very cute. But I went ahead and pulled some vintage buttons out of my pile. These are 3/4 inch buttons, so that's the size you'll need if you want to just go ahead and do buttons, because let's be real, if you go out looking for 3/4 inch plastic loops to turn into buttons, you're going to have to probably buy them by the 100. But it's simple and fun, and I love the design element of the post stitches even without the smocking. And you can learn smocking, which I'm going to have to watch several videos to fully understand because I'm a little confused, honestly. I don't I don't picture things in my head. Like I'm not a visual thinker. So when I see something like smocking and they explain it, I'm like, that sounds like nonsense. But it's not. It's a real useful sewing technique. That may end up on this beautiful crocheted halter top. So that's all I got for you today. As always, if you like what I do, please like, subscribe, share. I will have links to my local yarn shop and a place to buy the pattern down in the basement, as I generally do. I update when I update, so I will see you the next time I update.